We're in the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, the opulence of the absolute. And in our last class, we started with the last section, which is from the 19th to the 42nd verse. Lord Krishna describes his vibhutis, and we looked at so many vibhutis. There are still some, I think, a few which are left, which Krishna is continuing with that theme. And let's look at those verses. 10.38. दण्डोदमयतामस्मि नीतिरस्मि जिगीषताम् मौनं चैवास्मि गुह्यानां ज्ञानं ज्ञानात्मताम् aham. If somebody can read the translation, please.
Among all the means of suppressing lawlessness and punishment, and of those who seek victory and morality, of secret things I am silence, and of the wise I am the wisdom. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhu, thank you. Okay, so Damayatam means to control, bring on the right track. When we can give good advice, counsel, warning, and all those things do not work, then the last resort becomes punishment. Some of us in this class have been teachers, right? Kamlavati Mataji has been a teacher. I'm not sure in the US how much punishment we are able to give here, but in India, the danda is really, really strict. You know, punishment for, I remember for myself in my Hindi class, and this was in the 10th grade, 9th or 10th grade. Hindi class, my teacher was so strict. She, one time, she announced in the class, or she used to speak only in Hindi. So it was an English medium school, St. Thomas's in Delhi. But in Hindi class, we were supposed to speak in only Hindi, no English at all. So she instructed in Hindi, take out your pustika. So everybody is taking out their pustikas, and I also did. And she came to me because I was right in the front. She came to me and she said, she picked it up and she said, "This is your pustika." I said, Hanji. And she picked it up and she threw it outside the room. She was so strict. And she's like, go and sit down where your book fell. Go and sit, pick it up, hold it in your hand, and sit down there outside the room. I'd never been, and I was the only one. I went out, picked it up, and I sat down on the ground. And our rooms were like, was a corridor, like a square corridor, and all the other classrooms are around. They can see from their windows, the ninth grades. All of them can see what's happening. And I'm sitting right there in the corridor. Then another book came, another book came. There's so many of us in one line. So with Pustika, she meant your notebook. And Pustak is the book, and Pustika is the notebook where you take notes. So she wanted us to take out our Pustika, which is our notebook. She wanted to see our homework. But I took out my book. I didn't know the difference between Pustak and Pustika. So it was, so like I said, in India, when we're facing punishments, they're really harsh. Here we're a little subtle with the punishments because of the whatever rules or laws. So, yeah, Krishna says of all the punishments, of all the resorts of bringing things on track, which is Damayatam, I am Danda, which is punishment, which is a forceful way of making a point, especially when the point is not understood by any other means or way. So, Dando Damayatam Asmi, among all means of controlling lawlessness, I am punishment. Nitirasmi jigishatam, he says, of all those who seek victory, I am morality. So Krishna doesn't recommend, which, especially in the Western world, it is a saying, everything is fair in love and war. But Krishna does not agree with that. And he says, with ethics and integrity and morality, those who seek victory, then I represent that power. Their power is my vibhuti. And because he speaks about Nitir is the way of like a tact. We um, we use some tactful things to accomplish some tasks. So, amongst all of them, I am that which is ethical. Now, within Nitir in our Shastras, there are three kinds of Nitis. This is just for your information. We don't have to memorize. Three kinds of Nitis or tactics. One is Brihaspati Niti, which is, Brihaspati, we all know, was the priest of Devtas. Strive for good ends by good means. That is Brihaspati Niti. Then there is Shukra Niti. Shukra is Shukracharya, priest of the Asuras. As long as the ends are okay, or what you desire, then the means don't matter. One can use bad means also for good ends. That's Shukra Niti. Then there is something called Kanik Niti. And who was Kanik? Was a Brahmin friend of Shakuni. You don't care about the means or ends, even if they are devious tactics. Just strive for your own survival, protection, prosperity, power, and pleasure. So, in Mahabharat, Dhritarashtra had this, feeling that what we're doing is not right. Sometimes he used to have this. His consciousness used to be, like that. Then this Shakuni took him to Kanik, this Brahman, and then he also put this devious tactics, and he tried to encourage him and inspire him. It's okay as long as what you need, power, pleasure, you're getting all that. It's okay to use all these tactics. Slay your foe with gifts and camaraderie. Kill him with discord or with force. So this is Kanik Niti. And our scriptures recommend Brihaspati Niti. Do good with good means. Your ends should be good and your means should be good. Then Krishna says, Monam chaivasmi guhyanam. Of all the secret things, I am silence. The best way to keep a secret is to be silent, right? Sometimes we get to know something and then we go to our close friend, I'm telling you, just you, nobody else knows, and keep it yourself. And then that person will go to his or her best friend, only to you, okay? Keep it yourself. So the other person feels so special, okay? This is known to me only, but by then, there's so many 6, 7, 8 people who already know. So it's no more a secret. So Krishna says the best way to be secretive is to be silent. Being quiet is the best way to maintain a secret and confidentiality. And then Jnanam Jnanvatam Aham, of the wise, I am wisdom. Among knowledgeable people, their knowledge is the most important virtue. And that wisdom which attracts people to the wise is the opulence of Krishna. It is said that when a person starts to speak, he might look so handsome or beautiful, and he might have opulences like, wonderful cars and houses, but when he or she opens their mouth there and start to speak, then we understand how much of the opulence of knowledge is there in them, right? So the foolish is known only when they open their mouth and start to speak. Krishna says, of the people who are wise, I am their wisdom. Okay, now the next 4 verses, it's a summary or conclusion of this whole section of Vibhutis. Any questions or reflections or comments so far from previous section or previous class and what we just did, our first verse? One reflection, how great is Krishna, right? Okay, 10.39. Yachapi sarvabhutanam bijam tadaham arjuna na tad asti vinay yatsyan maya bhutan characharam. Somebody can read the translation, please.
Furthermore,
Go
O
ahead,
Arjuna,
Mataji.
Mataji, you can go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
Mataji, you go, please. It's okay. Thank you.
Furthermore, O Arjuna, I am the generating seed of all existence. There is no being, moving or non moving, that can exist without me. Hare Krishna.
Let's have somebody read this. Kamlavati Mataji, you can read.
Hare Krishna. The many examples that Krishna is giving attract attention due to their beauty, power, speed, ferocity, wisdom, strength, etc., etc. And that special attractiveness, which is attractive to people, that power and opulence is a manifestation of Krishna. Lest one starts identifying or restricting Krishna to specific manifestations alone and not seeing his connection with everything, Krishna clarifies in this verse that actually everything is sustained by him. Nothing can exist without him. Not only is he the source of everything, but he is also the sustainer of everything. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So let's look at the verse once again. Yat chapi sarva bhutanam. So whatever of all the creations, sarva bhutanam, of all the creations, yat chapi sarva, what one sees, whatever one sees of all creations, Bijam tadaham Arjuna, I am the seed that I am, O Arjuna, I am the seed. Natadasti vinas yatsyan. Nothing can exist without me. Maya bhutam characharam. Maya bhutam characharam. That no, moving or chara achara, moving or non-moving, all these within all these beings, whether they're moving or non-moving, nothing can exist without me, O Arjuna. So Krishna is reiterating this, that it's not just these vibhutis. Not just this vibhutis that I've listed, but just remember, and they're coming from me, remember that nothing can exist without me. Everything in this living, in this world, whether living, non-living, chara or achara, sorry, moving or non-moving, everything is coming from me. I am the seed of everything. So everything comes from me. Within everything, there are certain things that are my vibhutis, but even my vibhutis are endless. So this is the verse which is coming up, which is the 40th verse. We'll set this one. Nantusti mama divyanam vibhutinam parantapa esha tu das shata proto vibhuter vistarumaya.
What do I think?
Go ahead.
My divine manifestations, what I have spoken.
That's the Almighty conqueror of enemies. There is no end to my divine manifestations. What I have spoken to you is but a mere indication of my infinite opulences. Hare Krishna.
So let's look at the verse. Na anto, so nanto, na antosti mama divyanam. There is no end to my what divinity or my divine vibhutanam opulences. Parantapa, O conqueror of enemies, there is no end to my divine opulences. Esha tu tat deshatah prokto. I am, this is an example I've given, spoken of the few things that I've told you just now. They are just examples of what? Vibhuter vistaromaya, of my opulences, which are expanded expansively. This is what Krishna means. So we see in this world, there's few examples Krishna has given, but there's so much opulence that we see, right? In this world, there are so many singers, dancers, business tycoons, sports stars, right? Where we see so much skills and whatever opulences we see in Krishna, those six, right? Renunciation, beauty, knowledge, wealth, and what else? These are four: renunciation, beauty, wealth, knowledge,
Strength,
strength, and one more.
strength, renunciation, fame,
Renunciation we
Fame.
did. Fame.
fame.
Yes. So we see all of that in so many people here, right? So out of all of that, Krishna is giving, this is just an example. He's giving one example of all the animals, right? Of all the creatures inside the ocean. He gave the example of shark. But there are so many others, like there's whale also, and there are other creatures also in the ocean where we see such, uniqueness within animal kingdom also. So like that, Krishna says in this verse that, O mighty conqueror of enemies, there is no end to my divine manifestations, and what I've spoken to you is just a mere indication of my infinite opulence. And here is a quiz. I want you to take your paper and pen or pencil. And the next slide that you'll see is from the few examples from the vibhutis that Krishna has spoken earlier. So you see the pictures and you write down what those are if you remember them. Okay, 2 more minutes. Okay. Anybody has about 14 to 15 listed? Okay. Anybody has 12? 10?
That and on faith.
10? Archana Mataji, you have 10? Parmesh Prabhu, okay, go ahead. Tell us what you have.
So I have the first one on the top left. That's the wind of the flower going. Then the elephant is Gajendra.
Gajendra?
Then the elephant.
Okay.
Airavat.
Oh, Airavat. Okay, Gajendra. Yeah, I wrote Gajendra. And
If you've listed like this, then it's best of all the things that are purifying. I'm the wind, like that.
Yeah.
Of all the animals, I'm Airavat. Yeah, and then?
no, I just wrote the name. I didn't write the full.
Okay, go ahead.
And then the third one, that is that is Ganga. And then on the right to that is Yama. And then I got on the top right is of monarchs, I'm the king. And then of the fish, I'm the shark.
Mm-hmm.
And then of water bodies, I'm Varun. And then in the middle in that mixed picture, I got Rudra. And of Adityas, I'm Vishnu.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got Skanda. There's those are the ones I got.
Okay. Anybody has more than that?
Not
Apart from
more than
these?
that, Mount Meru,
Mhm.
Ucheshwara,
Mm-hmm.
Shark, Airavat, Rudra, Kartikeya,
Mm-hmm.
Narad, the rishis, and Yamaraj,
Mm-hmm.
and Ganga on Varun. My God, I'm not able to see. Is it many-headed snake? I'm not
Yeah.
able to.
Yeah.
Because
Vasuki.
Vasuki. Oh, Vasuki.
because I could see only one head on the top,
Okay.
so I.
Okay. Apart from these, anything else?
Mataji, I perceived the cornermost picture of all the light. I'm the rising sun.
Okay, actually that's Ganga, but yeah, that's also one of those. And then anybody else?
And
Or
then of
anything else
the
you got?
weapons, I'm the thunderbolt.
Where did you see Thunderbolt? I'm not able to see, sorry.
On the right side, the corner picture.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I just thought that was a weapon. So of all the
Guardian.
weapons, I'm
It
the
looks
thunderbolt.
like Thunderbolt, yes, but it's not in the hands of Indra, so I didn't think of that. But yeah,
Kapila Muni
Thunderbolt is
Mataji. Kapila Muni. Siddhanam
Kapila
Kapila
Muni.
Muni.
Okay, yeah.
And Garuda Mataji of the birds.
Garuda. Mhm.
Arjun among the Pandavas.
Arjun, wonderful. Right next to him is Indra.
Lion
Yes.
among the animals.
Lion, yes.
Mountain.
Yeah, Lord Indra.
Lord
Shiva
Indra is
among
red
the
there.
Rudra.
Rudra.
Brahma
Of all
among
the
the
Rudras, I'm
Vishnu.
Shankar.
I am the Vishnu.
Garbhodaksha Vishnu.
Of all the Adityas, I'm Vishnu, yes.
And out of all sounds says Om.
Yes, wonderful.
And all the Vedas, Atharva Veda.
Varuna.
Where is the Om? I didn't see Om. Oh, on the horse.
He is
Oh,
the
yes.
strength among the strongest, even the elephants.
And
These
the
pictures are
goddess that
only
you see, anybody remembers the name?
Which one,
Arema,
Mataji?
remember? Arema.
Aryama.
Who's the goddess, Mataji?
Right in the middle, you see the goddess.
Yes.
She's the Arya Mama, Mataji.
Arima, yeah.
Okay. I was wondering who she is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You also see Vyasadev, right? On extreme right, where we see pictures of the Devatas and Narad, right next to Narad Muni behind him. I do
Oh.
see Vyasadev also. Then Prahlad underneath him, correct?
Hmm.
Shark is also there
Yeah.
in that picture underneath. Vasuki is there.
Yes, Prahlad. Yeah.
And then Uchishrava right on top, you see the horse is there. Om is also there. Next to Uchishrava, Om is there, which is not too clear, but you can see.
Yes. Yeah.
And the moon is there too, on the horse's left. The moon is there. So moon was also there. All right, great. Let's keep going. 10 for
Mataji,
the
what is
Lord
what
Rama
is
is also there.
Lord
what is
Rama.
above this one? Varuna Dev? Who was above Varuna Dev?
Where is Varun there? Oh, shark on the
Oh,
right.
shark. Oh.
Yeah.
Good guess,
Lord
Mataji.
Ram is there. Yes, Lord Ram is also
Yeah,
there.
Lord Rama is there.
Yes.
It
Wonderful.
refreshes all this Vibhuti's appliances.
Yeah. Let's keep going. This is 10.41. Yat yad vibhutimat sattvam srimad urjatam eva va tattadeva gaccha tvam mama tejomsha sambhavam. Know that all opulent, beautiful, and glorious creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. So, this is one of those verses that you can memorize if you want to. It's not there in the course to be memorized, but if you want to, this is one which is really nice. Summarizes everything. Know that everything opulent, beautiful, glorious that you see in the creation is but a spark of my splendor. It's good for preaching purposes also when we're, telling others. So here is an example. We see bulbs and they're very sparkly and very attractive, like light is coming from them. So this is just an example. If we get attracted only to the spark, it'll give us little pleasure, but that pleasure will soon end. That bulb has a span of certain time, right? After that, it fuses. Now, these days, I don't know, there must be some bulbs which don't, right? But earlier times, a bulb is never, it's not, its life is not eternal. It does fuse and go bad, right? And then you have to throw it away. So if we get attracted only to the spark, it gives us little pleasure, but that pleasure will soon end, and then we're left with nothing but infinite longings. But if we let the sparks remind us of the whole, this is a powerhouse where the electricity is coming from, because of which the bulbs get their light. If we redirect our attention to the whole, which is the powerhouse, and here the powerhouse is Krishna, we redirect our attachment, love, and affection towards the infinite. Then instead of infinite longings, we long for the infinite, who has all the attractiveness that is present in the different people and things of this world. When we redirect our love, affection, attraction towards Krishna and take them away from these things of the world, people of the world, then what happens? We get supreme satisfaction. We are left with happiness which is never diminished. It just grows and grows. Because Krishna is infinite, our love for him also, bhakti in bhakti, it grows infinitely. There is no end. And there is no dissatisfaction or there is no depression also, because in this world when we put all our attention and love in one thing or one person, and we know it is temporary, right? It is not going to be permanent, whether it is relationships, or it is things of this world. So we move our attention towards Krishna and then we long for that or the one who is infinite. Then we are always happy and satisfied and joyful. 10.42. And this is the last verse of this chapter. We'll end with that. Maybe a shorter class today, but we'll catch up and do many verses. Like I said, we'll try and do about 30 verses in our next class. So, Athava bahunaytena kim jnatena tavarjuna vishtabhyaham idam kritsnam ekam shena sthito jagat. Somebody can read the translation.
But what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. The purport is really nice. We'll read from the purport a little bit. The Supreme Lord is represented throughout the entire material universes by his entering into all things as the Super Soul. The Lord here tells Arjuna that there is no point in understanding how things exist in their separate opulence and grandeur. He should know that all things are existing due to Krishna's entering them as Super Soul. From Brahma, the most gigantic entity, on down to the smallest ant, all are existing because of Lord has entered each and all and is sustaining them. So without the Super Soul inside a body, whether be an ant or Lord Brahma himself, there is no attractiveness or grandeur or opulence. There is a mission that regularly propounds that worship of any demigod will lead one to the Supreme Personality of Godhead or the supreme goal. But worship of demigods is thoroughly discouraged herein because even the greatest demigods like Brahma and Shiva represent only part of opulences of the Supreme Lord. He is the origin of everyone born and no one is greater than him. He is a Samordhva, which means that no one is superior to him and that no one is equal to him. In the Padma Purana, it is said that one who considers the Supreme Lord Krishna in the same category with demigods, be they even Brahma or Shiva, become at once an atheist. This is so strong, right? If people who worship Shiva thinking that he's supreme or Lord Brahma, they become atheist. If, however, one thoroughly studies the different descriptions of the opulences and expansions of Krishna's energy, then one can understand without any doubt the position of Lord Krishna, Sri Krishna, and can fix his mind in the worship of Krishna without deviation. The Lord is all pervading by the expansion of his partial representation, the Super Soul, who enters into everything. That is, pure devotees therefore concentrate their minds in Krishna consciousness and full devotional service. Therefore, they are always situated in the transcendental position. Devotional service and worship of Krishna are very clearly indicated in this chapter in verses 8 through 11. That is the way of pure devotional service. So 8 through 11, who remembers what are those shlokas? There is a name. 10.8 to 11.
Chaturshloki.
Chaturshloki. Have we started to memorize?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, wonderful.
Matta sarvam pravartate iti mattva bhajante mam
Buddha Bhavasamam. Nachitta Bodhenta Parasam Katate Yesham Tataviktam
bhajatam
Dadam Yeshame Attam Ajnanam Tama Nashayami Attam Jnana Deepena Bhasvata.
Amazing, very nice. Okay, so this is what Prabhupada is bringing up, the 4 verses. How one can attain the highest devotional perfection of association with the Supreme Personality of Godhead has been thoroughly explained in this chapter. Srila Baldev Vidyabhushan, a great acharya in disciplic succession from Krishna, concludes his commentary on this chapter by saying, Yat Shakti Leshat Suryadhyasya Nitya Bhavanti Atya Ugra Tejasa Yad Amshena Dhritam Vishwam Sa Krishnu Dasame Achyuta. From Lord Krishna's potent energy, even the powerful sun gets its power, and by Krishna's partial expansion, the whole world is maintained. Therefore, Lord Krishna is worshipable. Okay, wonderful. From the purport, here we see how Kshirodaksha Vishnu, which is, you see the end, which is the Paramatma or the super soul within, is coming about, right? So on top, we see Krishna, the cause of all causes. From him, on his right, first expansion is Balaram. From Balaram, there are 4 expansions: Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. From the Sankarshan in that those 4 expansions comes Narayan. From Narayan comes again the 4 expansions: Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. From that Sankarshan comes Mahavishnu or Karnodaksha Vishnu, from whom comes Garbhodaksha Vishnu, from whom comes Kshirodaksha Vishnu, who is the Paramatma within our heart. For a devotee, Paramatma within the heart is Krishna himself directly, because of him taking complete shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. So here is that chart, and we see how many expansions does it take for Kshirodaksha Vishnu or Paramatma to be there. Okay, so this is the difference between all other devatas, even Lord Vishnu and Krishna, because of these 4 extra. So there are 64 qualities in total in Krishna, right? The main qualities, and the 4 which are not there in Lord Vishnu also are these. One you can write down if you don't already know. One is Rupa Madhuri, which is his extraordinary beauty, which astonishes all moving and non-moving entities. So this is Rupa Madhuri. So this is his special sweetness with his threefold bending form, which is not there in Lord Vishnu also. Let me know, and I'll just give me a thumbs up if you've written, and then I'll move on. We might say Vishnu is Krishna only, right? But here are the difference. 4 qualities which are there exclusively in Krishna. So his extraordinary beauty with this beautiful threefold bending form. Next is Leela Madhuri. He has an undulating ocean of astonishing pastimes, out of which the Rasa Leela is supremely captivating. So all these intimate pastimes, also the parental, right, affection and pastimes in there, like the Damodar Leela, right? And then his pastimes with his sakhas, where he plays all those wonderful games, goes for picnics, goes for cow herding. All those are the intimate pastimes which are there only in Lord Krishna. So Rup Madhuri, Leela Madhuri. And let's come to the next one, which is Venu Madhuri. He has this beautiful, the sound that comes from his flute, Venu, the sweet and mellow sound of his flute attracts the minds of everyone within the 3 worlds. So with this Venu, he calls out to his dear devotees, enters their heart through that sound of the flute, and he attracts them and calls out to them. So Rup Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, and then there is one more, the fourth one, which is Prem Madhuri. It's also called Bhakti Madhuri, but Prem Madhuri is surrounded by devotees who possess incomparable Madhurya Prem, which develops up to the stage of Mahabhav. Even Goddess Lakshmi aspires to have, that gopi form and to be in presence of Krishna in that bhav, but she's also not able to. The simple village girls, the gopis who have undulating love for Krishna without the essence of awe and reverence, they are the ones who qualified to be there in Vrindavan within that Rasa Leela. Okay. Amravati Mataji, you have a question?
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare
How
Krishna.
do we categorize these four Madhuris?
As the four qualities which even Lord Vishnu does not have. So these are those extra four. Krishna has 64 qualities, Vishnu has 60, but these four exclusive qualities are there with Krishna alone, which
Okay.
nobody else has. So that makes him exclusive and the supreme most. That differentiates him from Lord Vishnu.
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Yes, Sonia Mataji.
Mataji, the significance of the Morpank will be part of the Rupa Madhuri, right?
Yes, we can say that for sure. But Rupa comes in the form of Krishna, his beautiful form. So that is a part of his paraphernalia, right? We can say that. But his Rupa, which is most
Leela Madhuri.
beautiful. Yes, go ahead.
Madhuri, could it be Leela Madhuri is doing some Leela with the
Peacocks?
peacocks, in the sense that as an offering, he puts it on his head.
Yeah, so these are pastimes of Krishna. Yes,
Yeah,
we
Leela,
can.
na? It will come under Leela only.
Well, what Sonia Mataji said, the peacock fan represents one of the beautiful features of Krishna. So she took it that way, and you're bringing the point of a leela or a pastime where the peacock feather was given by the peacocks to Krishna and he puts it on his. So all these are leelas, but here we are talking. See, even if you see Lord Vishnu's form, you might see peacock on his crown. So we cannot say that that separates. So these are leelas, or sorry, madhuris, or features that separate him from Lord Vishnu. So we might say he wears yellow, right? That also differentiates, but we also see Lord Vishnu wearing yellow, right? Sometimes, and if you see, who else? Yeah, even all the three Vishnus, I've seen the forms where they do have peacock fans. So we will not say that it differentiates him from Vishnus. And it is said for Krishna, when his Rupa is so beautiful, when he wears those shark-shaped earrings, the earrings look more beautiful because they are in the ears of Krishna. It's not the other way. Krishna is most beautiful, and whatever, jewelry or the beautiful, this garland that you see, flower garland, all coming in touch of Krishna, they all become more beautified because they're in touch of Krishna. It's not the other way that Krishna looks beautiful wearing all those. So that also can be an aspect. Yes, Balakrishna Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji. There is one, this cinema, Barha Pedam Natavarvapu. That is in Brahmargit, na?
Yes.
Barha Pedam Natavarvapu Karnayo Karnikar.
Nikaram.
Vibradvacha Kanaka Capricam Vejayanti Jamalam Randran Veno Radarasudaya Purayan Kopa Vrindai Vrindaranyam Sapadarammanam Pravishat Gita Kirti.
Yes.
That applies this Rupa Madhuri and
Yes.
Venu Madhuri also.
Yes. And even in Brahma Samhita, where all the descriptions
Venum
of the
Kananta.
beautiful forms,
Venu Kananta.
Venum Kanantam Aravinda Dalayaksham. Yeah.
Varha Vasanta Amita Sundarangam Sandharpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobha
Visheshashambham Govindamadi Purusham Bhajami. Okay, again. So these are the summary of all that section of Vibhutis, of the Adityas, I'm Vishnu, of the luminaries, I'm the sun, of the Maruts, I'm Marichi, of the stars, I'm moon, of the Vedas, I'm Samaved. Actually, yeah, of the demigods, I'm Indra, of the senses, I'm mind. So like that, these are all the Vibhutis that Krishna spoke about. All right, and here is, I think we might have seen this before. This is in Hindi, and Kamlavati Mataji will also understand it. It's very simple Hindi. So this is the
Ranganathan.
story, yes,
Srirangam.
in Sri Rangam. This, he was, what do you call, one who goes to this akhada, right? What do you call these people?
Pehelwan.
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 He was one of the Pehelwans. His wife was really beautiful. And we see how his attraction for the wife got diverted and attraction came to Lord Vishnu. It's a beautiful story which goes with what Krishna is saying. It's a little spark of splendor, whatever beautiful that we see in this world. Okay, let's watch this.
दक्षिण में श्री रंगनाथ भगवान की सवारी निकल रही थी एक बार। अवगुण कैसे ठीक होते हैं ये हम बता रहे हैं। तो श्री रंगनाथ भगवान की सवारी निकल रही थी, तभी वहां पर उसी नगर में एक पहलवान रहता था। उस पहलवान का नाम था धनुर्दास। बहुत बड़ा पहलवान, मल्ल पहलवान था, लेकिन उसकी पत्नी में इतनी आसक्ति थी, पत्नी से इतना ज्यादा प्रेम करता था। प्रेम करने तक ठीक होती है बात, पर आसक्ति बहुत बुरी होती है। आसक्ति कैसी होती है? दिन रात बस उसी को देखते रहना, उसके बिना जी नहीं सकते, वो कहीं चले जाए तो विचलित हो जाना, ये आसक्ति है। आसक्ति बुरी होती है। तो पत्नी में बहुत आसक्ति थी। भगवान की सब सवारी लेकर के चल रहे थे, सब लोग जय जयकार कर रहे हैं श्री रंगनाथ भगवान की। इतने में ही वो धनुर्दास सामने से निकल के जा रहा था, पत्नी के साथ जा रहा था। धूप पड़ रही थी तो छत्र लेकर के पत्नी के ऊपर चल रहा था। अच्छा, सीधी छतरी लेकर के चल रहा हो ऐसा नहीं, पत्नी सीधे सीधे चल रही है और वो उल्टा चल रहा था, छतरी पकड़ करके पत्नी के आगे छांव करता हुआ। क्यों? क्योंकि चलते फिरते समय भी उसको पत्नी दिखती रहे। उल्टा उल्टा चल रहा है छतरी लेकर के। अब ये देख करके सब भगवान की सवारी तो भूल गए, सब उसी को देखने लगे और सब मजाक करने लगे। वाह भैया, ऐसा जोरू का गुलाम पहली बार देखा है। पत्नी के ऊपर छतरी लेकर के चले, ये तो ठीक है, लेकिन उल्टा चल रहा है, उसके रूप को निहारता हुआ। लेकिन भैया बाकी सब लोग तो हंस रहे थे उस पर, लेकिन भाष्यकार श्री रामानुज स्वामी जी महाराज, आचार्य की दृष्टि जैसी उस पर पड़ी, आचार्य ने मन बना लिया कि इसमें गुण तो है, पर ये गुण संसार में लग चुका है, यही गुण ठाकुर जी में लगाना है बस। हम क्या गुण है? रूप देखने का, सुंदरता देखने का गुण है। रामानुजाचार्य जी ने देखा कि भाई पत्नी के पीछे छत्र लेके चल रहा है, और वो भी उसके रूप को देखता हुआ। गुण तो है इसमें, क्या? दर्शन का गुण है, पर संसार के प्रति लगा है, यही ठाकुर जी में लगाना है। सवारी जब पूरी हुई, रामानुजाचार्य जी ने अपने कुछ शिष्यों को बुलाया और कहा, वो जो छतरी लेकर के चल रहा था अपनी पत्नी के पीछे, तो सब जोर के हंस के बोले, अरे वो धनुर्दास है महाराज, वो जब निकलता है घर से तो पूरा नगर तमाशा देखता है, अपनी पत्नी के पीछे पीछे ऐसे आगे आगे चलता है उल्टा छतरी लेके। हाँ, उसी को बुलवाओ, मठ में बुलवाओ। सब वैष्णव विचार करने लगे, वो इतना दोषी व्यक्ति, इतना दुर्गुण युक्त व्यक्ति, इतना कामी व्यक्ति, और आचार्य उसको मठ में बुला रहे हैं। सब गए और धनुर्दास के पास जाके कहा, बोले श्रीमद रामानुजाचार्य जी महाराज ने आपको बुलाया है। धनुर्दास बड़े भयभीत डरे हुए आए अपने, और आकर के रामानुजाचार्य जी को प्रणाम किया। बोले भगवान आज्ञा, आपने मुझे बुलाया? बोले भैया आज ठाकुर जी की सवारी चल रही थी, तुम उल्टे उल्टे चल रहे थे छतरी लेके अपनी पत्नी के आगे। बोले महाराज मैं क्या बताऊं, उसने तो अपनी पत्नी पुराण प्रारंभ कर दिया। उसके नेत्र ऐसे हैं, उसकी नासिका ऐसी है, उसके कान ऐसे हैं, उसके गाल ऐसे हैं, उसकी मुस्कान ऐसी है, उसके केश कैसे हैं। रामानुजाचार्य जी बैठे बैठे सुनते जा रहे हैं। बोले इतना सुंदर उसका स्वरूप है, मैं सौभाग्यशाली मानता हूँ, भगवान ने कृपा करके मुझको इस जन्म में ऐसी पत्नी दे दी। और उसको देखे मुझे लगता है कि मेरा अगला क्षण कहीं अंतिम ना हो, उससे पहले मैं उसको देख लूं, इसलिए मैं हर क्षण उसको देखता हूँ। रामानुजाचार्य जी बोले सारे लक्षण भगवत प्राप्ति के हैं, बस संसार में लगे हुए हैं। रामानुजाचार्य जी महाराज बोले अच्छा अगर तुम्हारी पत्नी से ज्यादा सुंदर तुम्हारे सामने कोई आ गया तो? धनुर्दास बोले मुझे विश्वास है मेरी पत्नी से सुंदर कोई नहीं हो सकता। बोले अगर मैंने उससे सुंदर तुम्हें कुछ दिखा दिया तो? धनुर्दास बोला पहले तो मुझे अनन्य विश्वास है कि होगा ही नहीं, और कदापि यदि मेरी पत्नी से सुंदर कोई आ गया तो मैं जीवन भर के लिए उसका दास बन जाऊंगा। पर रामानुजाचार्य जी ने देख लिया दर्शन भी प्रधान है इसका, निष्ठा भी प्रधान है, विश्वास भी प्रधान है, बस संसार से हटा के ठाकुर जी में करना है। रामानुजाचार्य जी बोले तुम्हारी पत्नी से सुंदर हम तुमको कुछ दिखाते हैं, चलो। और लेकर के गए, और श्री रंगनाथ भगवान का दर्शन तो वो रोज ही करता था, दर्शन तो वो नित्य करता था। धनुदास को ले गए रंगनाथ भगवान के सामने, और रामानुजाचार्य जी ने जाकर कहा हे नाथ अब आप इसको प्रत्यक्ष दर्शन करा दीजिए अपना। आचार्य का कहना तो ठाकुर जी मान ही जाते हैं। इतने में ही पाषाण के रूप में विराजमान श्री रंगनाथ भगवान सचल शंख चक्र गदा पद्म धारण करके उसके सामने प्रकट हो गए, और प्रकट होकर के उसको दर्शन करा दी। जैसे ही दर्शन किया, कंदर्प दर्प सुंदरताओं को भी अपने सामने लजाने वाले स्वरूप को जब ठाकुर जी ने प्रकट किया, धनुर्दास सदा के लिए ठाकुर जी के रूप का चकोर बन गया। कैसे सुंदर नेत्र, कैसी सुंदर नासिका, कैसे सुंदर कर्ण, कैसे सुंदर हाथ, कैसे सुंदर चरण, सर्वांगीण अंग का दर्शन करके आज धनुर्दास ने रामानुजाचार्य जी को वंदन किया। बोले भगवान मेरे नेत्र सदा व्याकुल रहते थे सुंदरता देखने के लिए, लेकिन आज वो देखा है कि अब इसके बाद और कुछ नहीं देखना। रामानुजाचार्य जी बोले देखो हम ये नहीं चाहते कि तुम पत्नी वत्नी छोड़ दो, लेकिन अब बताओ पत्नी के प्रति वो भाव है जो पहले? बोले नहीं भगवान वो मेरी पत्नी है, गृहिणी है, मैं तो उसको भी लेके आऊंगा और उसको भी इनका दर्शन कराऊंगा। अब अकेले नहीं, दोनों मिलकर के केवल इनकी आराधना करेंगे। और धनुर्दास अपनी पत्नी के साथ श्री रंगनाथ भगवान का सदा के लिए शिष्य हो गया।
Alright, so that concludes the class for today. We ended the chapter. Any final reflections or questions or comments?
Mataji, the Srivatsa mark, which is there, it's there on Vishnu's chest also, or it's only for Krishna? Like the marks on his feet also, it's there on Vishnu
Vishnuji also
for Vishnu?
has it. Vishnuji has that. Marks on the feet, I don't know. But the Srivatsa, Lord Vishnu has. Because if we go in the Vaikuntha planets, there are planets where the Swarup of the living entities is exactly the same as Lord Vishnu. You must have heard, right? So there, what distinguishes them with Lord Vishnu is that Lord Vishnu has that that Srivatsa.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, anything else?